Welcome back. It is day 20 of our road to 2000 Blitz. We're at 1803, and we found Steve, who is in 1805, and we have the white pieces. What will Steve show us today? The French defense. Okay, d4, taking control of the center, and now we play 93, 92, the Tarrage defense, and they just play c6. This feels really wrong. A lot of the times in the French defense, they like to play c5. Let's just develop our knight. And, okay, it seems like they might be trying to go for a setup. I'm going to actually play e5, stopping them from playing this, and basically saying, like, if you want to play c5, you're going to waste a tempo. Let's develop our bishop here. This is very interesting, actually. Let's play c3. Making a very nice pawn center. Yeah, now they're committing to c5. But I don't really see how this can be that great. And I might even move my knight this way. Let's play knight f1, trying to go knight to g3. I'm not really worried if they take on the square. Now our bishop is opened, which is what I wanted. Yeah, and they go for this pawn break. Those are the two pawn breaks in the French defense. Maybe bishop f4 is needed. Think about playing knight here as well. Trying to get check, but they're... Well, does it do something? Knight here, if takes, check. If blocks, I take, and go check. And their king's going to be unsafe. Let's do that. Let's go knight to f5, or knight to g5. We're just trying to infiltrate. We're giving up two pieces, though. Well, actually, they can't capture back, because then I would take the rook. So, yeah, now I'm going to play bishop takes. Takes and takes. They have to come back. Or sack the material back on here. Okay, they just captured. So I could take back. Or I can take first with check. But it feels like that's not that great. So maybe I just take. And then castle. Takes there is check. So let's castle now. Allowing them to take. But then I'm going to play rook c1. Activating my rook with tempo. Oh, they just take in the center. So now I have to take. The queens see each other now. It's not good. We don't really want to trade queen. Okay. I guess I have to play queen here. Looking at this. We have to go for activity because his king is stuck in the center at the moment. So, yeah, he goes back. He wants a queen trade. Can you get a queen trade if I go here? Not really. So let's play knight to h5, attacking the queen. Yeah, they go back. I could take, but then there might be some stuff here. No, I can take because we're threatening to go check. So let's go ahead and capture the pawn. You probably have to move the knight. Yeah, but now we go check. And then I guess we probably just save our knight. I guess I can go here. Maybe we need to force a draw. Let's go check. Unless you run this way, which that would be very, very bold of yourself. Whoa, okay. I don't think that's the right choice. Because now I go here. There's no way that that's the right choice. Let's take on d4. Now your rook is hanging. So you use tempo to save the rook. But now let's go rook to e1, or yeah, let's play rook e1 with this square. They play that. But I guess this was kind of what I wanted to do. So let's keep improving our pieces. Now they're threatening checkmate, but maybe bishop f8 is a good move. There's a check forking, but the bishop is there. I can also go here and block that. I think bishop f1 makes a lot of sense. Let's play bishop f1. We gotta speed up a little bit. Yeah, they move the knights. Let's start with a check. What do you even do here? Now we double the rooks. Threatening check, takes check, and then taking the piece. That allows me to go here with check. But isn't this just almost checkmate? GG! I say almost checkmate. It is checkmate. Okay, we had a terrible position and then we managed to survive. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. We reroute our knight, and then we went for a silly sacrifice here, but it's actually not that bad in my opinion until we let the queen come in, and then they just had enough defenders, but then we get this position. And there's enough counterplay for us. Although that's a blunder. I wonder if we should have played this. No. What was the move here? Just g3. Keep the bishop on this diagonal. Okay, fair, but that allows check, and then we double. Knight back. Yeah, they just blundered, basically. All right, cool. Cool. Let's play another one. Okay, we found an 1866 playing d4. Let's go d5. And we have a normal London system. I like to play c5 early in London, and I'm just going to develop both my knights, which actually the move is queen b6, but we messed it up because I'm trying to play quick. Rather, they go there. Let's develop our bishop now. Okay, they want to put more pressure. Should be fine, though. Just rook c8, right? Rook c8, we protect. The knight's coming in. I don't understand what that does. But I'm going to take now. I don't really like where this knight is. I think he wants to come into some nice squares here. So I'm actually just going to capture and castle. That is my plan. Is it a good one? I have no idea. We need to make sure that this is not possible. I'm going to ask the bishop what's up now. They just capture, so we'll take back with the c-pawn, and now they're trying to attack me along that diagonal, or along this file with their rookski. That makes sense. I could come here looking at some squares, but rook here might be a problem. But it should be fine. Instead, they just go passive and protect. So let's go ahead and push our c-pawn, because that pawn is backwards, and it could create some problems for us. Them coming here is not really an issue anymore. So I'm going to put my knight on this square. If they tempo me, I'll just come back to d6. Okay, instead they go there. I'm tempted to push. I'm very tempted to push, but also takes, and we get an open file. Now I'm going to push and try to go after this b2 pawn and say that your rook looks pretty dumb. You're going to have to invest tempo going back. They first attack my knight. So let's go knight to d6. We can't play this just yet because of a fork. Rather, they go there. Play rook here. They wanted to go here. It's very logical. Let's see. I guess we'll play rook b8, trying to go knight b7 and take. Rather, they pin me. That's annoying. That does hang this pawn, though. So let's go ahead and capture the pawn. You can't take because I take. There's a fork. So their planning is takes, fork. Which makes sense. That's fine. We got rid of an annoying piece, I guess, is what we can say. And the rook is hanging, so they have to do something about that. Which isn't the end of the world. I want to make a luft. Let's make a luft for the king and an escape square for the queen if needed. And now we're going to try and target this. Our position's not that bad. It's not the best, but this bishop is worth more than the rook. To be honest, this bishop is a monster. Now let's come here, trying to go like this. Because if I can win this pawn, we should be in decent shape. That's a good move. I guess I can go check, takes here, here. And then we should be able to come maybe here and then take. Let's go check. Can they protect if I go here? They can go here. Then I can take this pawn. So this is a fork. We're winning a pawn here. Which pawn do you want to protect is the question. Because if you protect this one, then I have an outside pass pawn. But if you don't protect this one, then this pawn becomes very, very loose. Yeah, so they give that pawn. So we're going to take here. And that is a free queen. Big spaghetti-o, GG. That was some luck. That was some luck. Major luck, but that's blitz. We played with an 83. My opponent played with a 79. We had the London system. We played knight c6. My theory is usually queen to b6. So I already got myself into a position that I didn't know, but we did play some of the best moves here. Giving the bishop up wasn't needed, but I wanted to get a quick castle. And then that was annoying, but we got the c5 push, and jump in, jump around, and then we ended up blundering a fork here, which is actually good for us. Oh, that's just a free knight, you idiot. I'm actually dumb. But okay, it's blitz. That's how she goes. And then we traded because I saw that I was getting a fork, and then they blundered their queen, and that is GG. Let's play another one. Okay, we found the Praveen. Let's go e4. And we have a Vienna game after knight c3. Vienna gambit accepted. Come on, take it. Ooh, they do take. Now we go e5. Oh my gosh. Are we going to get this line where we get to sacrifice our knight? Okay, yeah, they go back. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So we don't really want this check to come in. So I like to develop my knight. Yeah, but now we have knight to d5. Knight d5 has to be the move here. We attack the queen. We threaten a fork. This is the only move. And then we play d4 here. Just protecting our pawn. And if they go here, it's a huge blunder. If they play either of these moves, huge blunder. Opponent's not going to fall for it. Let's just go ahead and take the pawn back. Oh my gosh, they push d6, but now we can sacrifice. It's not actually sacrificing, but we are going to win the bishop due to the pin. Yeah, but now we just play c3. This is still pinned. Okay, I messed that one up. But we're winning a piece with a lot of pawns. So, did we really mess it up? Not really. Let's just go ahead and capture. And no matter what you take, like if you take with the knight, we have bishop d6. Yeah, so they don't even take back. What do I want to do here? We're up so much material. Let's say if you want to trade, go ahead and trade. I can take this way, or I can take with the queen. If I take with the queen, then they can take. But I take with the queen, they take, I develop my bishop, and then we can castle. Oh, that's what they wanted. But what about taking here? If they go forking me, I play queen d, or king d2. Yeah, I just take though. You fork me, I play king d2. Your rook is under attack. You can't go to any of these squares. Yeah, but king d2. You don't have any other checks. King d2. You can't take. I take with check. This seems to be winning. King d2. Let's play king d2. They just captured, but now we can take the rook. Or do we go for check? Oh, actually, wait, no. We don't take the rook. We go check. We go check because now they have to take with the queen because the pawn is protected by the queen. So they have to sacrifice that. And then we can just bring our other rook into the party. Have to go back. If I could get my queen here, that is a checkmate threat. So what about check? King has to go here. And then we go check. King has to go back, check, and that's checkmate. So we actually go check. Check. And I guess they run to the side. This should be good though. We should be going check. I guess we can't go check there. Check here, king here. And then check. Mate. Yeah, there it is. We go check. And then bishop check is checkmate. GG. We played with an 83.1. My opponent played with a 63. What an interesting game here. Yeah, we already had a winning position here. And then I went for that sacrifice, but what I forgot was that this is in front of the king. So I thought that takes. We win the queen. That's how most tactics work. However, it turned out that this was still a good tactic just due to the pin. And then check here. We take the piece. We're up a couple pawns. And then trading, we notice that we can take with the queen. And then they take, but we have queen b7. And on check, we just go king d2 attacking the knight. And the rook is hanging. But we don't even take the rook. We go check because it forces them to take. And then we find a checkmate here, which is quicker if we go this way. Yeah, of course. Because here and here. So I just went the wrong way. It was still checkmate though. Going back, check, here, and then checkmate with the bishop. And that is 3 nice wins, it appears. I'm actually debating on whether I should play more 5-0 than 3-0 because 3-0 I find myself running out of time and playing too slow. But 5-0, it seems like I'm a monster just from these last 2 videos I made in the Blitz. Although it doesn't feel as right, because 5-0 just doesn't feel like Blitz. It's literally half the time of Rapid. Where 3-0 is like, you gotta play quick, man. You gotta play real quick. And I hate increment. So don't comment saying, try 3+2, because I'm not gonna. I hate increment. I love the aspect of flagging, even if I get flagged. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the